Inflation. Inflation is the increase in prices of goods and services over time. Inflation leads to higher prices and lower purchasing power. Some argue that there is a strong link between inflation and the supply of money. If the amount of money in circulation rises, so will prices. Some economists warn that higher inflation than what we have been used to for the past 15 years could return as a result of the economic stimulants that governments have been injecting to try to deal with the recession of 2008 and 2009.
Other points to an overall demand in the economy. If demand for products exceeds the capacity of factories to build them, prices will rise. Prices fall if fewer and fewer people want to buy those products. So we can say that inflation happens when a country prints more money than justified by the country's wealth. To measure inflation, you can use the CPI, which is the most effective way. CPI intends to show how customers' prices on average develop to the prices customers actually pay.
Inflation leads to higher prices and lower purchasing power. Now we're going to do an example of inflation. Let's say that Ella goes to the store this year and she buys 5 flowers. Each flower costs 20 crowns. So for 5 flowers you have to pay 100 crowns. Next year she goes to the store again and she buys 5 flowers again, same ones, yes, but this time she has to pay 110 crowns. That's because there is an inflation. Now each flower costs 22 crowns. That is inflation of 10%, which is quite much. It's not that much now, but this was just an example. So, yeah. Now we're going to talk about deflation. It's the opposite of inflation. When prices fall, you have deflation. Most governments don't want to see prices fall. If people believe it will cost less to buy something in a month, they put off the purchase. If enough people do that, then prices will come down. That can pick up momentum to the point that there is a downward spiral in prices. Companies stop producing products and demands fall, and people stop, and people lose their jobs.
But deflation is not always a bad thing. If falling prices are caused by faster productive growth, as in the Industrial Revolution of the late 19th century, then it can go hand in hand with strong growth.
Stagflation. Sometimes there are both high inflation and high unemployment. That's called stagflation.
Hyperinflation. When the inflation is extremely high, it's called hyperinflation. There is no exact definition of the concept, but there are a rule that it have to be at least 50% inflation per month. Now we are done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Sarah Oselius.
My name is Gabriella Kronans. And
bye bye.
Bye bye.